What I said was I didn't think Caitlyn or Angel would come into the league and dominate. Immediately. Sheryl, what's your real issue with Caitlyn Clark? Be honest, because at this point, it feels personal. For years, you've downplayed her accomplishments, taken jabs at her game, and downplayed attacks against her that had fans up in arms. Jealousy? Attention-seeking? Or is there something deeper fueling this one-sided beef? And now, after everything, you go on Angel Reese's podcast and say, I'm tired of it. There's nothing there. Really? Nothing there? Because if there's truly nothing, then what's with the years of shade? Who knows? Maybe it's a change of heart. Or could it be that Sheryl's doing damage control to save her credibility and career? I have a sneaking suspicion that her recent comments may be a quote-unquote prophecy for all the other Caitlyn Clark haters. I'll quickly explain why. After watching this, you may feel like a psychic watching Caitlyn's second season. But first, do you think Sheryl's trying to save her reputation? Let me know in the comments. Sheryl Swoopes, a WNBA legend and 3-time MVP, has been one of Caitlyn's most vocal detractors since her historic run at Iowa. The snide remarks, the undermining of achievements. It's like Sheryl's made it her personal mission to knock Caitlyn down a peg. And fans? Oh, they've noticed. It all started during Caitlyn's record-breaking senior season. On Gil's Arena, Sheryl threw out a claim that Caitlyn's scoring records were inflated because she played 5 years in college. Plot twist. Caitlyn only played 4, like everyone else. It was a fact-check fail that came off as petty, and it set the tone for what would become a steady stream of digs. Fast forward to Caitlyn's rookie WNBA season, where she didn't just live up to the hype. She obliterated it. Rookie of the Year? Check. Most points and assists by a rookie in league history? Double check. 2 triple-doubles? All WNBA first team? And a fan base so rabid it's breaking attendance. Records? Triple check. Caitlyn isn't just playing. She's dominating. But instead of celebrating her rise, Sheryl found new ways to nitpick. When Diamond to Shields dropped Caitlyn with a foul that had fans ready to storm the court, Sheryl didn't just defend it. She called Fever fans dramatic for their outrage. And then came the exaggerations, like claiming Caitlyn was taking 40 shots per game. Spoiler, it was 23. At this point, it didn't feel like analysis. It felt personal. And don't even get us started on the Rookie of the Year vote. Caitlyn swept the voting except for one rogue vote that went to Angel Reese. Coincidence? Maybe. But fans immediately looked at Sheryl, who by then had built quite the reputation as Caitlyn's biggest critic. There's no proof it was, but let's just say no one was exactly shocked by the suspicion. So, why the hate? Is it jealousy? Both Sheryl and Caitlyn wear the iconic number 22. Both are Nike athletes and both have redefined the game in their eras. But Caitlyn is thriving in a time when women's basketball is finally getting the attention it deserves. She's drawing millions of viewers, selling out arenas, and becoming the face of the league all in her first season. Is Sheryl feeling overshadowed by the star power of this new generation? Or maybe this is about staying relevant. As an analyst, Sheryl's job is to be part of the conversation. Criticizing the league's brightest star is certainly one way to do that. But instead of sparking meaningful debate, her relentless shade has fans accusing her of tearing down the next generation rather than building it up. And now we've reached the twist. On Angel Reese's podcast, Sheryl tried to downplay the tension, claiming she's tired of the narrative that she dislikes Caitlyn and insisting there's nothing there. But is that true? Even when given opportunities to praise Caitlyn, like when discussing the league's best passers, Sheryl barely managed a mention without any real excitement or elaboration. For someone claiming there's no beef, her lack of enthusiasm speaks louder than words. So, is she slowly coming around? Maybe. Or perhaps it's a classic case of a broken clock being right twice a day. But really it could be that the blowback from her constant Caitlyn Clark bashing and alienating her fans has damaged her credibility to the point where she, to save her career, has to tone it down and begrudgingly kiss the ring. Based on her long history of Caitlyn jabs, I know which way I'm leaning. She's likely gone too far and needs to tone it down. This is a trend we may see in Caitlyn Clark's second season. Many on and off the court tried to tear Caitlyn down and downplay her impact on the league. But Caitlyn rose above and proved her dominance beyond doubt. Caitlyn bashing may not be fashionable, effective, or believable anymore. Many of the knocks against her aren't based in reality. Fans aren't buying it. At this point, it just comes across as petty and jealous. So we may see players and pundits alike toning down the anti-Caitlyn rhetoric. Will Caitlyn still be scrutinized for her play? Sure. All the greats are, and she's no exception. But hopefully, she'll start getting the credit and respect that reflects reality. She's a generational player, the face of the WNBA, and essential to the league's success. Denying this at this point is bad for business. Thank you.